Go Titans go.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's week 2 of the NFL.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Jets take over first and...
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
He'll find Lindsey here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 44-yard line. A 4-yard pick. Up on the play. First down, New York.
From the gun, it's Tua. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, New York.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. It's Lindsey. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Tua on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brought down at the 23.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 76 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and
from the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jalen Hurts sacked.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Lindsey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Goodson made the tackle. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Jets.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard.
Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackled.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
The 44-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Tua going to throw, firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.
45-yarded now.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Traquan Smith, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns trying to get to 2-0, and they've got the lead on the road. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard. Just a lone field goal in that first half. For the
Michael Duke.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jalen Hurts sacked.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second down. Here's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Fumble on the
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
incomplete. It's now second and 10.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On the carry.
And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove, because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picked you.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Complete to
Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover. But that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Complete to
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Back now in Nashville. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Josh Lambo.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete.
Robert Tanyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
15 yards on the play, first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Gun. It's a run for Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard
Now
line.
a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Derrick Henry.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing is Hurts. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A gain of 21 more yards. That's another Titans.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
17 yards.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Keeps the score Titans.
Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds. But it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and